Hi guys. In our first fraction assignment that we did, we just looked at what fractions were and the important words around fractions. The next thing we're going to look at is how to compare fractions. And so one of the things that we're going to use to help us compare fractions are these things called fraction strips. We're going to make a few of those with this video. In order to make fraction strips, you need a good piece of paper, like an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. You need some scissors, a pencil, a ruler, and just something to hold your fraction strips together when you're done. So I'm just gonna use a paper clip. But you can use a bag or whatever is good for you, okay? To start off with, I'm just gonna push my extra supplies out of the way. And the first part is just folding. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our piece of paper and we're gonna fold it so that we have 8 even rectangles. So we're gonna start off by just doing 2. Okay? So hold your paper so that it is taller than it is wide. And you're gonna make the bottom go to the top, get them nicely lined up, and pretty close to lined up, and make a nice fold. I usually use my ruler to just kind of make sure that my fold is nice and flat. Okay? Once you have this, you're gonna take that fold and you're gonna do it again. Put the top to the bottom. Okay, make another nice fold. I'm gonna use my ruler. Get it nice and level. And we're gonna do that one more time. Put the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top, whichever works for you. Get them fairly nicely lined up. Okay. Get flat. Once again, I'm gonna use my ruler to flatten out my fold. Now, what I'm gonna have here is I'm gonna have 8 spaces, 8 spaces, all with an equal sized rectangle in each one. My next job is to cut along each of these folds that I made. So cut carefully along these folds. Okay. Now, what I've done is I've already cut one so that you guys don't have to wait to watch me fold them or to cut each one. So you'll see that I have already done one where I have my 8 pieces already put in place. All right. Should be able to see all 8 of those, hopefully. Now, for now, you're just gonna take 4 of these and place them aside. We're gonna use these other 4 in the next video. And I would expect that to be more like a Wednesday thing. We usually take 2 classes to do this, so I'm gonna do 2 videos. Now, so we have 4 of these. We're going to make each of these one of our fraction strips. So the first one is, we're actually not gonna do anything to it except for write something on it, all right? This rectangle is going to be our whole rectangle. So I'm just gonna put a 1 and write the word whole, W-H-O-L-E. That's one whole rectangle. Okay. Our second rectangle, I'm going to fold so that one side matches up with the other side. Get it so it's exactly as exact as you can on the end. Now fold it in half. Okay. Now, once you have that one, I'm gonna put just a nice little line, just draw a line on that fold so I can see where the fold is. Now, if I'm looking at this side of it, that is 1 piece out of the 2 total pieces. So that's 1/2 of the whole on this side. And on the other side is also 1/2 of the whole. Okay. And that one's finished. Okay. Now, we're gonna take our third piece of paper that we have here. We're gonna fold it in half just exactly like we did when we did the 1/2. So fold it in half. Okay. And then we're going to take that part that we fold in half, we're gonna fold it in half again. So now when we unfold this out, you're gonna see that we have 4 equal pieces here. I'm just gonna put a line along each of my folds. So this is 1 out of the 4 pieces, or 1/4, or 1/4. There's 1/4, there's 1/4, and there's 1/4. Last one for this video anyway. Okay, we're gonna take this 4th piece of paper that we have here, we're gonna fold it in half, just like we did with the halves. Okay, then, just like we did with the quarters, we're gonna fold it again. Okay, and then, so that's the same as we had for the 1/4, we're gonna fold it one more time so that it's exactly in half one more time. Make a nice, make sure our folds are nice and square on that. And then when we open this up, what we're gonna see is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces that are all the same size here. I'm just gonna put a little line on this one, and this one, this one. Keep going on each one. Try and get your line right on the fold if you can. Okay. Now, this is 1 out of the 8 pieces, 1/8. This is 1/8. So is this one. And so is this one. That one. That one. This one. And one more. Okay, guys? So there's the first part of making fraction strips. When you've got this far, I would take a break and do the rest of them at another time, right? Make sure you don't lose those 4 other pieces that you had. We're gonna use those in the next video. Thanks, guys.